Click the go live button. I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't think anyone's here yet to say sorry to, so I'll just wait. But yeah, second half of the stream. Leveling up. We're Rend now, apparently. So we ended up with running into a very, very high-end Fields of Crimson, level 52 weapon at power level 735. So it's ancestral quality, basically. And yeah, I mean, it's fucking Giga rolled. So GG. Feels good. All right, speaking of, we were in the middle of doing a bunch of nightmare dungeons. I don't think I had one active. I definitely wouldn't have. I've been out of the game, so if I did, it's gone. Well, it's there level 2. Straight back to it.
I can't do that here.
Let's pick up this stuff here. It's going to come in handy later on, to be honest. Or silver ore is what I really need.
I need time to do that.
And my character needs time to do that.
I need more time.
I don't know what my horse was caught on then, but he was just fucking refusing to move.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh yeah. Just got to phase through the wall. Easier said than done, game. Oh, got some howler moss here. Some howler moss there.
I need time to do that.
I didn't check the affixes. Shadow damage and blood blister. Blood blister will be a good test of this build's ability to do burst damage.
Not ready yet.
Which, like, even though he's bleed, I think thanks to the rupture with the ridiculously low cooldown, I'm probably gonna get away with it. No problemo. Yeah, I just bled it up. Is it normal that I do 200 or 300 damage with Whirlwind at level 43? That seems very low. Like, really low. So, I'm gonna go with no on that one, champ. If you're like, you must be like, I don't know what weapon you're using, but you need to check like the. Oh god, I better just range that one. You need to double check like the weapon DPS of the weapon that you're using to actually use Whirlwind with. What I mean by that is, like, if you hover over the ability, it will show you what weapon you're using. So, like, for me, Fields of Crimson, and then like I look at the weapon DPS. Maybe you're using a very low DPS weapon for some reason. Like maybe you're one of your your one-handers, or the weapon that you're using is very, very, very low. Because I don't even think like zero modifier Whirlwind should hit that. Should hit that little. I could probably like spin around with no weapons equipped. Do more damage than that. But then again, it depends like. It depends on like what you're talking about. Are you talking about your white hits, or are you talking about like your yellow hits? Because if your yellows are that small, that's concerning. Yeah, 999, I'm still here. I don't usually have to do that, but we had to take some calls and stuff, like because you know I help my, well, you don't know this, but like some people here know that I help my my partner run a clothing brand here in South Korea, and I was needed. Wasn't something I could say no to. It's not something I would have said no to. You get me? What the fuck?
I need more fury.
I do, don't I? I just wait for it to die. I just stopped attacking.
I'm not ready yet.
Woo! That big fucking thing. You didn't bother with upgrading your equipment? Well, that's... Yeah, that's probably making the game significantly more difficult than it needs to be. Like, at that kind of level, you'll be upgrading your gear, like, practically every level to be, like if you get a piece of gear. Because every level you go up, the gear is getting, like, between 1 and 50. This doesn't apply for the whole game. But between levels 1 and 50, the gear will go up in level as you do. So, like, gear that you got at level 20 will be absolutely fucking useless compared to a level 40 version of the same gear. So for that reason, you want to be constantly, like, making sure that you're taking upgrades where you can. Because your DPS will fall, well, yeah, it will fall massively behind. And then, like, the game will just become incredibly slow. And you'll probably feel, like, very, very squishy. I mean, the Barbarian is very squishy in the early game. Thank you, Morris, man. I appreciate that. You didn't have to come in and tell me that. Hopefully this is just the beginning. I really want to get better at, like, making videos. I feel like I have so much room to grow. It's kind of like, it's like I'm leveling up my content creation skills, whatever it is, talking, video editing. No, my video editing is poop. I tried something new with a video not too long ago. I think it was the speed farming video, and my god, the editing was it was pretty funny. I don't think I need to go this way. Fuck it, I'm gonna go this way anyways because I'm crazy. It's an event, is it? Oh, this. Wait, what? This is the right way? Holy shit. Oh god, oh god, oh god. That could not have been closer. Oh yeah, you don't need to do that. You don't need to upgrade at the blacksmith, but it doesn't hurt to, like, be imprinting your gear and stuff like that if you haven't been doing that. I would recommend that. Also, if your DPS is, like, doing really badly, maybe try, like, a different core skill. You might do, like, a bit better with Rend, or you might do a bit better with Upheaval. It really depends on the gear. Oh god, I can't believe I killed that in time. Hey Nick, what's up? Good to see you again, buddy. There's a fucking blood boil here. I didn't mean to pick up the white. I'll take a Lelo though.
I must wait.
What other ARPGs have I played in the past? Oh, excuse me. So, in the past, we're talking like far in the past, I played Diablo 3 when it was like pretty much brand new. And then like I played it for like maybe 6 months solid, and then I kind of like had a bit of an on and off relationship with the series until about Reaper of Souls, which I think was like what was Reaper of Souls, like 2014, 2015? No, that's way wrong. No, like It was like 4 years after the launch of the game, so like 6 years ago, and I stopped playing basically altogether. I played one league of Path of Exile. Though, to be fair, like fully no-lifed it. I played like 300 hours. Which in retrospect isn't that much. That's how long I've played Diablo 4 for. Oh, it is 2014. Okay, I was actually on the money with my guess there. Then... yeah, I played one season of Path of Exile. I kind of went in big. That like this was Crucible, I believe, which was like 4 years ago. And then I never played that again. I did play. I did put about 150 hours into last Epoch before this game came out. But yeah, I mean, other than that, Diablo is kind of my first foray into the hardcore ARPG scene. And the first time I've really ever gone super hard on an ARPG. But somewhat relevant games that I have played a lot. I played WoW for 12 years? I think it's 12 years. Yeah, I played from Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, no, another one. I played from Wrath of the Lich King until the beginning of Shadowlands. And for that time, I was, for the most part, always in a mythic raiding guild and pretty much always in like a pretty stable PvP team. When I say I played WoW like for 12 years, I played WoW, bro. I got like 14,000 hours in WoW. So I got a few. Did I ever play Diablo Immortal? Whether you I played it for like a day. If that even counts. $702. This is another ancestral, almost ancestral level weapon, but it only has 4 stats. 3 stats. Sorry, is what I meant to say. Berserk, crit damage. Man, these are just shit. I've not been very lucky with like the gear drop so far. One day we'll get lucky. Rapid. 24% basic speed. I mean, it's better than what I have, so I'll keep it just to sell it. Crit chance, max life, physical damage. This one has max life. This one doesn't. Crit damage. This ring could possibly be an upgrade. This slacking ring, I only really just upgraded this one. It depends what I can roll on it, so we'll go ahead and we'll find out real fast what we can get on it, and we'll go from there. That's not even a game. Which one? Diablo Immortal? I feel like for a mobile game, if it wasn't for like the way it was monetized, it could have potentially been something quite impressive. But it is, so it ain't. Yeah, 8 out of 9 Mythic best pull is 62% on Sark. I haven't done this current tier. Like I said, I stopped at the beginning of Shadowlands. I was 11 out of 12, Castle Denafria. We were on Sire Denafrius. We were progging. We were in the 3rd phase. We were like super close to getting him, but then like 2 fucking core members of the guild quit. And I was not going through that bullshit another time. So I was like, no, nah, sorry, I'm going to. Like, I've like literally for years... It was just a constant fight to keep like 20 people in the guild, or like 20 decent people in the guild. It was a fucking nightmare. Oh, it's always like, you know, once or twice every year or two, the whole guild would collapse, and I would then have to go looking for another fucking guild, and now I had to get a server change. I'd get a fucking faction change because they're not on Alliance or they're not on Horde, whatever the fuck it is. I was like, no, I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm out. Been doing it for years. I'm not paying money to go to another server where I don't know anybody. only for that guild to collapse in 6 months because it's run by a bunch of fucking 18-year-olds that are just like power tripping on being a guild master or some stupid shit like that. Oh, fucking hell. 400k? I'll give it 1 reroll. It's not so good that I'm going to keep re-rolling it. Yeah, fuck you, Ring. You love Nafria? It was a good tier. The Nafrius was such... I was an arms warrior. Sire Denafrius on Mythic as a arms warrior. Oh, when he spawns all the ads, you know, when you're doing the pizza slices in the first fucking phase, he's in all the pizza slices. You just fucking pop 4 Cordies and Bladestorm into it. You're like, oh, the DPS. No, fucking hell, I was an Unholy Death Knight then. I was an Unholy Death Knight back then, actually. Yes, I was. Yes, I was, actually. See, it was, man, I only started playing Unholy DK that tier because it was so unbelievably strong and our guild needed a DK for the death grips for the ads. God, what was the fucking AoE on a Death Knight again called again? Probably something stupid like Unholy Pestilence. I don't remember though. Ancient's Lament, Conclave, Witch, Shadowed, Ferals. Oh, Ferals. That's what I just did, wasn't it? Yeah. Stormbane's Wrath. Epidemic Outbreak. It was like such an easy it was such an easy AoE rotation. You just went burp. Oh. Just destroyed the whole fucking group of ads. Well, it's still the best game. Wouldn't want to go back to play. New World isn't bad. The problem is, Denver, you're probably familiar with this issue because you're in Korea. Korean WoW servers are dead, and obviously they're all Korean. You can't play Lost World unless you connect to the 500 MS Australian servers. Lost Ark is fully Korean. Again, like when I say fully Korean, I mean you can't even like change the game to English. So you can't read the UI or anything if you can't read Korean perfectly. And actually, that just goes for most games here in Korea. Like, a lot of them are not localized to English, even if English is available in the game. So, for example, League of Legends, unless you modify the game files, you can't actually use the English language in Korea. And a lot of games you can't actually even play unless you have a Korean citizenship. Because you need to put in your, like, social security number, or the equivalent, because it's not called that here. But you have to put that in to actually make an account for many, many popular games. So gaming as like a foreigner in Korea is kind of a pain in the ass. What the hell? Where are the fucking... Is there just 2 of them? That can't be right. I'm confused. There's 2 Animus carriers? Oh no, maybe I got confused. Maybe that isn't the end room. Ashes of Creation. I feel like Ashes of Creation is a good idea, but at the same time, it's probably much more of a niche than people realize it's going to be. But it'll probably have like a very small, very dedicated group of people that play it, but I can't imagine it'll ever be like super huge.
Not ready yet.
For me, it's like much too... I don't know. It's really hard for me to put my finger on it, but it just doesn't seem to have like the pace that I enjoy from a game. It looks a little bit too slow in a number of ways. But I don't think I'm articulate enough to really describe why I don't like get super excited for it though. I definitely don't see it as a bad game. I think it will be good. I think it will just be small. I missed my core ability there. Are you keen on PoE too? Definitely going to give it a try. I think now that I'm kind of like fully invested in Diablo, it'd probably not be a bad idea to test the waters on the competition. Plus, Path of Exile was a lot of fun when I played it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. But I think if I'm like, you know, I'm on stream, I'm talking with the boys, yeah, I got you guys Googling shit for me, then I'll probably be alright. What I gotta do here, activate the runestone. Champion. I'm not gonna let myself be rooted there, no sorry. I hate it when I miss. I like just hit and running regular ads. It's pretty satisfying to do. Just run in, hit them with a rupture and a Rend, and then just fucking disappear. I'm stuck on a pop. Yeah, you run in, rupture, Rend, run away. If you're using the mace version of Whirlwind, they're like practically identical. You won't want Max Fury on your helmet. And obviously, you'll probably want to use like gauze braces instead of like, you know, regular gloves. But other than that, pretty much the same. Actually, I think that's like literally the only difference. Obviously, like the biggest difference will come in the way of your legendary powers, because you'll need to like change. You won't want off the accelerant. You won't want off the expected, and you won't want off quaking, you know. This guy's denied me like half of the room, so I don't know. Oh, the fucking Stormbane, right? Just sitting there on top of the boss. The boss not moving. Goodbye. Ah, there's exploit. Woo! I'll use that in 1,000 levels. Hey, what's up, Jack? What traitor? No, you gotta try the competition. That way you can kind of like draw parallels, right? I feel like it's important to be like a well-rounded content creator, to have your like fingers in all the pies. And I suspect the seasons would probably be like quite out of sync with each other, so you'd be able to like play both in a way. I can always peep your gear, can I, Nick? You're in the clan. I'm guessing you're Nicholas. Berserk duration is pretty good. Yeah, Berserk duration is fine. Rage of Haragath it's okay if you're running Berserk ripping, but I probably would try move away to a, if you can get like a quad, you know, 4 defense stat, then you're pretty good. You have Gauze, you have Nice Pants. It's a shame about the distant enemy reduction, but those are nice pants. Yeah, those are good. Boots. I wouldn't play with these, personally. I would get double movement speed, Fury cost reduction, and strength. Strength, bleeding. Okay, so your weapon is pretty unfortunate. You have strength. You have good attack, but like you need to try and find something that has crit vulnerable core. Like you don't have any of those. You have all added. Like, so unfortunately, this is kind of a bit of a DPS loss. So this is unfortunate, but you want to try and find a mace with like crit, vulnerable, core, strength, because you have just strength out of those recommendations. So it's not unusable. You do get damage from all those stats, but it's not very high. Same goes for this weapon. Ultimate skill damage is a really unfortunate tick there. This is amazing. This is great. More like this one. Berserk Ripping, Conceited, Limitless Rage. Damage to close, strength, crit, and vulnerable. Yep, this is like near perfect, so you don't really need to worry about that. Are you hardcore, Nick? Cost reduction. You need cooldown reduction on this. If you could find one without the damage to elites, if you can get Fury cost reduction, cooldown reduction, that's pretty good. If you're hardcore, I would highly recommend having health on these. You need crit chance, you need resource regen, you need health, and then ideally crit damage or vulnerable damage or just another damage if you don't have those. But your gear is pretty good. Like you're very close. Like you're getting there. D4 do sell cosmetics. They're not very good though. That's like you can think of that as a positive or a negative. But like for example, this skin here. This is $24. It looks good. I'd spend $5 on it tops. This is not a $24 skin. Morning Judgmental. I don't know if I said that already, but morning, mate. Alright, did we get anything good? Of course we didn't. Game hates me. Crit chance. Is this the one I rolled? It is. Yeah, they're asking way too much. Like these skins look really like. I mean, the thing is that the skins in the game look so good. Why on earth would I pay $24 for that? I hope they sell better looking ones. Yeah, Yamashita. I don't think I want to see like Path of Exile levels of like fucking like crack, you know, like crack cocaine RGB wizardry. Like that is just like an epileptic fit walking around. But oh, we have Disembowel. So we're actually doing the Paragon board like a bit topsy-turvy. We have Marshall, Disembowel, and we've actually gone into Warbringer first. Because I'm crazy. But the in-game cosmetics absolutely have to do better. They look terrible. Another Feral's Den. Tier 4. I can do that. What am I fighting here? Spiders, maggots. Yeah, fuck yeah. You know what I mean, though. I do... Like... It's tough because I have the $300 supporter pack from the league that I played, right? I do like the way it looks, but at the same time, with how like Diablo is with like everything else, I feel like I have enough trouble seeing what's happening right now. Like the game is very cluttered in fights. It's very difficult to see stuff. I feel like having like giant glowing wings and a big like flame aura and fucking lightning coming off and my eyes like glowing in fucking rainbow colors, it'd just be too much. I wouldn't be able to see anything. I'd be blind. I'd just be dying every 5 seconds to shit. Great take. Put that one on the fucking chalkboard, boys. That's number 1. First great take ever. Question about aspect imprints. By the way, somebody asked me. I forgot. Who asked me earlier on? Someone said they didn't know what imprints were, and I forgot to answer. And an imprint is how it's enchanting your gear. You do it at level 25 at the Oculist, the Occultist. Does it matter what aspect goes on each piece of gear in the build as long as I have them? It does, NB. So, like, if an imprint is on a two-handed weapon, it actually gets double the effect. It's twice as powerful. And if it's on the necklace, it's 50% more powerful. Also, most of them are, like, gear type specific. So they will only go on, like, certain weapons or certain pieces of gear. So you do have to be mindful. The placement is kind of important, yes. Hang on. It's like a fucking furnace in here. Where's the is he? I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like, if you've got them in the gear NB, then it's like it's a step in the right direction, but you can min max by having them in the right location. Lead everything up. I get lots of disembowel. Oh, I checked my bank, by the way, guys. I do have a Rage of Harrogath for level, like, 66 or something. So, that's lucky. I guess I did keep one.
Not ready yet.
Ooh. That's a good affix. Doesn't waste my time or anything. Yes, it does take a little while. It took me like an entire day, like 10 hours of grinding in the PvP zone. And I was completely uninterrupted. Like nobody was there. I had no like buddy try and kill me or anything like that. I just did it and I was a level 100 fully geared out. So how long it would take somebody else is very hard for me to say. Especially if you're on softcore and you have people PvPing you and shit. Probably going to take a while. But it's a pretty cool set and it is free. Am I keeping my Fury so high? It's a combination of things. So it's aspect of Echoing Fury on my ring. It's the Glyph Marshal. And also the Glyph Disembowel that allow me to keep my shouts up very regularly. And Echoing Fury gives me Fury while my shouts are up. So that's why they synergize. Also, I'm not using Unbridled Rage. So I'm not tanking my Fury. And Rend doesn't cost very much. And it refunds like 50% of its cost every time I use it. So it's, it's very easy for me to do lots and lots of abilities before needing to use my regen. I have slacking as well, yes. I'm assuming, though, that this is probably a Whirlwind question. If I do PvD, do they get, you don't, there's no, no, you don't drop your items. But if you're hardcore, be careful, because if you die, you're dead. Like, it's a normal hardcore death. Your character will be deleted if you're on hardcore and you die in PvP. So it's very risky, but I still did it. Nobody would come in. Nobody would join me. They saw the level 100 Giga Chad farming like a fucking crazy person. And they didn't want none of it. I actually tried to kill somebody twice, but they ran away both times and never came back. I can't blame them. What is this guy doing? He's just like... So you don't take Rend. Sorry, 1 second. Violent Rend. You're asking me to remember something and I got a terrible memory. What am I using? No, I'm using Furious Rend right now. I probably should be using this, to be honest, but right now my Fury isn't too... my Fury generation isn't super amazing. And as you can see, my damage is pretty good. Hey Marvel, welcome back, mate.
I'm not ready yet.
Maybe they thought I was whirlwinding at them, so that probably gave it away. Like spinning the winning. Oh, that was oh wait, I still hit it. Oh man, D&D game. I would love to fucking play Dungeons and Dragons, but I've never in my entire life ever known someone IRL who plays it. Also, I'm pretty sure I'd be shit at it. Is there anything for me to auto attack? I'm coming in big. I'm coming in humongous. Already? There seems to be some odd interaction with Rupture where if I do it, it doesn't seem to be going down to the right amount of HP. Oh, no. Oh, motherfucker. Hey, it's alright. It's Neil Song. So it's half of what I'm here for. Gameplay and just helping people out, teaching about the game. I should have deleted the gear that I wasn't using before going in, and now having to check all the same gear again because I'm stupid and I didn't think about it. All right, let's just sell all of this. I don't think I need any of it. Weapon Master, Berserk Ripping. I don't think I need that. Okay, yeah, it's all garbage. I'll sell it all.
Up closer at it, take it off your hands.
Okay, so I've just done that dungeon a bazillion times. It kept giving it to me. Tier 2 is fine. Tier 2 is 2 levels ahead of me, so I'll take that. Ancient's Lament. Conclave, Witchwake. I got a double Shadow Plunge. I'll do the lower level ones first because they're still viable for me, but if I level up, they won't be. I guys seen 2 faction fight. They did a cleanup. They decided to join up because third one. Do a bit of shopping with their new favorite NPC. I have no idea what you just said. Yeah, RPing is awkward. I'd imagine for the first couple of sessions. Though to be honest, I'd probably just pick a character that behaves the same way I do. I'll just be a disinterested like rogue. It's like a golem is like broken out of the fucking cave and is about to attack you. How do you react? I suppose I'll roll out of the way. That would work for me. That's actually very common. I've already cracked the meta.
I'm not ready yet. I'm low on fury.
I would love to play though. Like I've always like liked the idea. I've never actually even come close to playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't think I've even like seen a full campaign. I've seen like clips from like Critical Role and stuff, you know. And like Critical Role is like the creme de la creme of like roleplay and like entertainment factor when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like, I mean, they have like famous voice actors and shit. That guy blew up on me and I took no damage. It's good. 78 two-handed with Bistat should be better than 810. Because the stats on your one were like so bad, probably. Oh, I took that hit again. Okay, I'm gonna stop taking hits from lunatics. Yeah, I'm not gonna take like fucking 8 lunatics. Fuck that. Why am I even fighting these guys? A better question. Yeah, I don't like being stuck in the group like that when, you know, with like, you know, another build, you would run through the enemies. I feel like Ghost Walk is a pretty important component to this build. But the shout uptime needs to come down. Like, I feel like when I hit Bold Chieftains, I almost certain... Oh my god. Fucking look at the zillion of the fucking things up here. Legends of Fox Machinima. I only watched like 1 episode of that. I should probably watch it now. Do I play FPS games? I do, Denver. Or I did, should I say. I go through like phases, mate. Like, you know. But yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of like FPSs to varying degrees. I played Overwatch. The games, I think the ones I've played the most are Overwatch and Apex Legends. And not to brag, but yeah, that's pretty good. CSGO, never touched it. I think I've got CSGO on my computer. I've got it on my Steam library. I have like 20 hours on it. I bought it like the day it came out and I have 20 hours. I think I logged in to play the surfing with a friend once and that was it. Oh yeah, and of course Darktide. I've resigned that game to the deepest recesses of my memory. I don't even remember I played it. There's an explodey boy in there, so I gotta be careful.
I'm not ready yet.
Excuse me. Darktide is basically a Warhammer 40k clone of Left 4 Dead. If you've played Left 4 Dead, or if you know what 40k is. Yeah, I don't know. It's a co-op shooter, so it's a 4-player team, and you basically have to like fight through ridiculously sized like hordes of enemies, and complete an objective, and like evacuate from the from the map. Obviously, you know, I'm doing a terrible job of explaining the game, but they're pretty fun. They're pretty addictive games. And Darktide is, I would still recommend Darktide to anybody, despite like also saying that the game is like if promised to be a live service game and it just fucking failed to deliver big time. And if you got $30 and you want a game that's going to be fun for about 100 hours, I can recommend it very easily. But if you want like a game that you're going to be playing like non-stop, like a live service game, it's not that. Unless you like the gameplay so much that you can like play endlessly without like any progression. But for me, I need a progression. But I actually started. Have I played Bannerlord? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Bannerlord's a completely different type of game, though, is it not? What level will you reach when you try tier 4? Usually 68. But with this build, possibly 65. Because I have access to a lot of uniques and very powerful gear and enchants. So I might be able to go a little early. But if you're like, if it's your first time playing through, I would definitely recommend like 68 plus. On hardcore, softcore, maybe 75, doesn't matter so much. Oh, shit. Well, this thing's kind of tanky. Yeah, the story, like, they had Dan Abbott write the story. Yeah, they didn't fucking use any of it. What the fuck? Like, mate. Like, and the really annoying thing about Darktide is the story is clearly there. Like, when you listen to your characters talk about, like, the world and talk about the missions and talk about, talk about themselves and talk about the other characters, there's clearly, like, a really well-developed story somewhere. But not in the cutscenes, not in the not in the missions like themselves. Individually, there's like a lot of story too while you're there, but like there's absolutely no progression of the story. The missions seem completely fucking random. They're all independent in the truest sense, and the cutscenes were fucking comical. I don't trust you. Go do more missions to earn my trust. And then you come back. I still don't trust you. Maybe do more missions and come back and let's talk again. Okay, one more time. Do this mission and I'll trust you. Aha. I trust you now. And if you, like, it was literally that. Like, that's not even a joke. Like, each cutscene was like 30 seconds long, and it was just an NPC saying they didn't trust you. I've not read any 40k literature at all. All I have done is watched about 100 episodes of Darktide, not Darktide, Warhammer lore from Luton. I love Luton. I love his lore breakdowns. I have studied them extensively. I actually used to listen to Luton's videos at the gym. If that is a Warhammer book, by the way. I'm just assuming because we're on the topic. I saw Astartes. I saw the first one. I don't think I saw the latest one. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. I remember like a new one was dropping not too long ago. I can't rightly remember if I actually watched it or not. It seems like there's a champion in there somewhere. Oh, okay.
Not ready yet.
I just gotta focus up here a second, guys. This is one of my least favorite dungeons. The mob type and the map itself is quite dangerous. Like this fucking big thing, it hits super hard and it makes you vulnerable, but it's like impossible to see where it's aiming. They got these Banshee attacks coming in from fucking outer space. Ooh. Good thing my shouts don't have like a 2-hour cooldown. Oh wait, maybe they do. Oh, son of a bitch. Almost went back and ate shit. I really don't like this map, man. Ooh, I got body blocked. I need Ghost Talk, man. It's a good thing I'm hella tanky, but my god. Ah, that'll do the job. Hi, boys, no worries. It'd be funny if I hadn't picked up the shrine and just killed myself there. Well, it wouldn't have been funny, but it would have been funny, you know what I mean? Oh, he full healed? Beautiful. I left him to bleed and he just full healed. What a god. Level 1 to 5. Oh, I definitely not seen all of those then. Nick, for boots, movement speed flat, movement speed on elite kill, fury cost reduction, and then like the fourth stat is just anything you need. Intelligence, willpower, well, willpower, dex, or strength for all stat. I've definitely not seen that one, Marvel. I've seen like 2 of them, I think. Hey, look at that. +2 ranks to rupture. Armor. Max health. Actually, if I could get cooldown reduction on that, that could be really good. Let's go to the occultist. I keep calling him the oculist. Like anytime I'm recording a video and I'm like talking about this guy specifically, I always say, yeah, you head to the oculist. Cooldown reduction first time. Thank you very much. Hey, there you go. It's just as easy as that, boys. I think I fucking max rolled that too. I did. There you go. 2 more ranks to rupture because we don't like cooldown. Yeah, cooldown reductions for suckers. All right, so your boy is sitting on like rank what rank rupture do I have? 16. That's not bad. It's a shame the damage doesn't scale with the level as well. That would be nice. Okay, chest. That is garbage. This damage reduction from close. Right, total armor. Mine might only have 3 stats on them, but it's triple damage reduction. It's kind of not, but it kind of is. Damage reduction, total armor. Healing received. This might be better if I'm gonna give it. Wait, hang on. Not damage reduction from close. No, that one's no good. If we can roll good here. 140k. It's not too expensive. 168. Still not too expensive. Okay, I got 1 more in me. No good. No bueno then. Oh, was that damage reduction from close and I just rolled past it? Oh, it was. Never mind. It is what it is. Sometimes it just be like that. You've been getting the wrong ones. I've actually been doing pretty good with uniques. I think I've had 3 on this character so far,
Precious stones.
which is pretty
Beautiful.
fucking good. Oops. What am I doing? Oh, I'm having a hard time putting my shit in properly. I think 640 is a break point as well, isn't it? So this helmet's gonna get a lot better. You get the 100,000 steps. Don't even get me started, mate. So it should get a lot better on this reroll. No, is it not 640? Or is it what are the item breakpoints? D4 item power breakpoints. I can't remember them. I could have sworn it was 640. Oh, it's 625. My bad. Oh, I couldn't be further off. 625. It's always 25. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit dumb. Where did I get 640 from? I have no idea. They're not bad though. The cooldown reduction is obviously good. I mean, I'm pretty much, you know, I got 17% cooldown reduction from that gear. Shouts are basically 20 seconds right now. It's not bad. It's a good start. Once we can get that, Bold Chieftains on, ooh, we're flying. Kathos. Where are you? Why have you forsaken me? Hey man, like honestly, if you get quad defense stat, legs, that's better than Temerity. That is actually better than Temerity.
I must wait.
Also, by the way, we do have a clan here. If anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome. At least this way, like if I ever have the time, if I'm not like doing something and you need your gear checked, I can always like see. I can actually see people's gear here, and I can talk about it. It's called Corn Dog Crusaders. Corn Dog Crusaders. Because I eat a lot of corn dogs. It's because the butcher's traps are too developed. He can't turn his neck. Cold resistance. We'll start using these. We can kill each other in the PvP zone. I would actually love to do that one day. If we can get like a good 20 people together, I would definitely be down. Like just getting a bunch of like hardcore players into the PvP zone just to wail on each other. Because I really want to get the I want to get the title, Sweaty Rat, which you can only get from killing people in hardcore PvP. Obviously, you can just cheese it. You can just meet a friend there and kill them 10 times, which is probably what I'm going to end up having to do. Because there's no one in the PvP zone ever. I don't know how I'm supposed to, like... Not to mention, hardcore players can insta-TP away. So if it looks like they're going to lose, they just peace. They just press a keybind and they vanish instantly. Like, it's actually impossible to die in the PvP zone in hardcore. Actually, barring a complete fucking like brain fart from the other person or like from anybody, it's actually very, very difficult to die in hardcore whatsoever. The only way you can die is if you don't have a potion of curative keybound or you don't have an unstoppable up and you get CC'd. But I don't think any class has that level of CC because like you don't take very much damage in PvP. Oh, we're lagging. Fans are not mode, or that's correct, yes. First, I'll tell you what I'm doing now. I went for Marshall first because I want the cooldown reduction on my shouts. After that, I went for Disembowel. So I'm basically front-loading the cooldown reduction. Because, my gear is very, very, very good. So I feel like I can do this. I see a couple of join requests there. We'll get around to those in a second. But, if I'm live, don't talk in the guild chat because I won't don't try and talk to me in the guild chat because I'm not looking at it. Okay. I noticed some people were doing that. I can't remember who it was, but someone was asking me questions, I think, inside the game. I won't see those. I won't respond to those. Obviously, if I'm not... The thing is, I was about to say if I'm not live, then I will, but I'm never... I don't play Diablo not streaming, so... there's that. But, it should be pretty handy because, if any of you guys have specific questions, I can always have a little checkerino, see what the deal is. So I'm not promising to do it all the time, but every now and then I can always have a look, help someone out. Corn Dog Crusaders, that's it. It was a funny name at the time because of the first 2 weeks of the the race to 100. All I ate was corn dogs. It was obscene. I was eating 5 corn dogs a day while I was trying to get to level 100. But now, for a lot of people, they're like, why corn dogs? I don't get it. He doesn't eat corn dogs. Ever seen him touch a corn dog? Let's see. What's high value? Excuse me. See how much that's an entire nightmare dungeon. Fucking hell. 2 pieces of gear. What? You press S, and then you hover over the skill, and then you press the middle mouse button to cycle through them.
Not while I'm in town.
No, Nick. With Hota, you're supposed to try and hit the enemy with the outside of the quake. So the easiest thing to do is to stand in melee of the enemy and aim the opposite direction. Literally shoot the thing behind you. So say this was your enemy here. This pile of bodies. When you go to cast Hota, do it that way. It's fucking goofy, but it hits like a choo-choo train, so you literally just aim the wrong way. But if you can't do that, aim off to the side And you'll get an idea of how big the radius of the circle is. And you want to hit them with the outside of the radius because that just seems to be where the cash money is. You get them with that, and that is the big dams. Hate these fly pieces of shit. Is there a... Oh god. Ow. Yeah, I'm fucking knocked all over the place. I need the triple fade boots as well. I think that'll make a big difference. Allow me to like get through enemies a little bit more consistently because you can dive through enemies. Not too much of a problem. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Like everybody's welcome. I don't know if there's a limit on the clan, so like if there is, it's a first come first serve thing. Bam. Oh, that's cool. So even if there's a defender up, I can still use Rupture to execute the entire bleed and they won't survive. That's pretty neat. I mean, it makes sense. I just thought... The limit is 200 or 300. Oh, we won't hit that. We're not going to hit that for a while. Whatever that is, I don't like the looks of it. That's where the next one is, okay. We noted. Got it.
Not ready yet.
Dude, I'm getting like I got like 1 yellow from this dungeon so far. What is? Where are the elites? Like this is such a slow way to level.
Wait.
These flies have followed me this whole way. Beautiful. That was a pretty big hit. Nice. Need some actual gear. Onyx hold. What level are these now? These are level 55, so I'm going to stop doing these because I consider these a little low. Or Dragon. That's a nice one. I like that dungeon. We'll go do it. Yeah, we're doing pretty good now with the old damage. To be fair as well, when I tap into exploit, then I think things are going to really pop off. I think we get exploit at like level 60. Ish. Level 60-ish.
Not while I'm in town.
Sub button on YouTube when? Wait, what? Whoa! 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 Oi! What the fuck? We good?
I need time to do that.
I think we're good. Nick, it's there. It's there. It says join.
I need time to do that.
It's been there the whole time, buddy. Give me your money. It just says join. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that, man. Oh, I gotta do jokes on you. I can't fucking read. That reminds me, I really need to do some emotes. Holy shit. Yeah, welcome to Dalkora, I guess. Should I finish the story first? I would finish the story first, absolutely. And take your time as well. There's no rush. Everyone seems to be in a rush to level up, but really, like, you know, for me it's like it's necessary for me to be able to answer people's questions. I need to like see the whole game. But like for everybody else, I would highly recommend just do the story, finish your renown, and then start doing Endgame, quotation marks. But absolutely, you need to do the story in order to like get access to the late game anyways. So it's important that you do so anyways. Regardless of your goals. You will have to do that first. I could be a lot higher, DB. I could be a lot higher, trust. This has been pretty slow, but we're doing all right. We I can't remember when you were last in today, or like when you went away today, but were you here for when I swapped from Upheaval to Rend? That kind of took like an hour. And then of course, you know, Upheaval was like fighting against me every step of the way. Blood blister? It's in the door?
I must wait.
You gotta drag WoW off the fucking, like, off the... You can remove it from the Battle.net launcher. Get it gone. I think I have WoW, Overwatch, and... it's big! What do I have? Yeah, so I lost a lot of time doing that, and to be honest, like, Upheaval was so fucking slow, man. I could have done it in half. I could have probably been like level 60 by now, easily. I think when I did a Whirlwind barb, when I leveled like just, it was like when I was doing the race, I think I got to like level 62 in one day. So that gives you kind of a rough idea of just how bad this is, since this is technically day 2. Upheaval was brutally hard. I find it very hard to recommend it. It was starting to look good until I got this sword, and then, you know, obviously we'll never find out, I guess. Oh, you said it hits hard. I mean, it does. The thing is, it starts to hit hard at the point that everything starts to hit hard. So it's hard to like... Yeah, it's hard to really gauge whether it was just like because I was a certain level, like I was just hitting hard anyways, but like I would say like between 30 and like 50 was fucking horrific. Probably the worst barb leveling experience I've ever had. Especially the transition to tier 3. I've never had that. It was really, really, really bad. But I would say Upheaval definitely has some like capability to be good, and I was definitely starting to see it. But I think the gear requirements are just astronomical. Like you have a number of things to like combat. You have it costs 80 fury per cast. So you need some way to alleviate that. You can't like, it doesn't matter how good your fury regeneration is. If you're using the entire fury bar for every single cast, that shit better be hitting for like 70 million. because like that's just ridiculous. So you need a ton, an absolute ton of resource gen, a ton of fury cost reduction. Man, like you're gonna need an absolute butt ton of crit and vulnerable to actually make it do damage, but I think it definitely could be good. I was seeing it a little bit. I mean, I was critting for like, I was getting to like 70, 80k crits at level 50, which is pretty goddamn impressive. I was like one-shotting elites. And to be honest, I wish I wish I could have stayed the build, but like running, like getting a fucking ancestral level Fields of Crimson, it was a bit LOL, so. Are they new cosmetics, or is it still the, who is it now? That was the axe and the backpack, right, this time?
Not ready
Excuse me. I think maybe if I hit like oh, it's the barb stuff. I better go watch that then. Oh wait, I'm getting mixed messages here. Oh, that bleed? Holy shit. Oh, that's my blood pool. Come on. I keep standing outside of it.
Not ready yet.
See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Also, I seem to have mathed it out. It seems like you get access to your next glyph every 5 levels. No, that one was invisible to me then. Good thing I was checking the minimap. Yeah, I can't wait for the barb one, dude. Finally, some good cosmetics, you know what I mean? Good cosmetics for a good class. Who's doing the frost shit? I'm gonna skip that one. I'm pretty sure I'm ranging it. Oh man. Oh man. Some of these bleeds hit for like so fucking hard, it's funny as shit. Like when you get a gushing wounds proc and you just see like the entire enemy's health bar fill up with bleed from one Rend. It's good shit. Also, did they buff the rate in which you can get gear for classes that aren't your own? Because I've been getting a shit ton of gear that isn't for my class. Maybe they took all the druid gear and started giving it to the fucking barbarians now, just for like, you know, shits and giggles. One more blood poppy boy. I don't know what it is, but like since today, really, I've been getting an unreal amount of gear that isn't for barbarian. Like I feel like I've played the game enough already. I got a feel for like the loot tables. I've got quite a few uniques, more than I would usually expect to get, and I've also gotten a ton of non-barbarian gear. Where are we at? It's around here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, that bleed there, that second one just absolutely detonated that fucking thing. Oh, there we go. Blam. I'm not going to drop a sacred blade here. Yeah, you can't add like all the uniques as well, which really bugs me. I really wish you could. I know like the uniques are supposed to be unique, but I wish I could use them as cosmetics, honestly. I don't feel like it matters. It's not like I'm getting upsetty spaghetti. If like somebody's using the unique skin. Hey, that's not... They gotta use the unique. 9%. Is that 9% additive? It is, right? Yes, it's plus 9%. What am I looking at here? The sacreds. Crowd controlled, vulnerable, injured, bleeding. Basic skills gain attack speed. Low speeding, slow. I love how all of these are so good. I have upheaval on my braces, which makes me sad, but there's nothing I can do about it. That I need to keep them. Alright, well this is all for selling. For all stat.
Well struck.
I could do with a quicker way to sell. Anyone know one? Ooh. Shadow Plunge tier 3. Probably just rather not do it. But I have a tier 4 there, so never mind, we're doing it. Ah, Hell Tides as well. Shit. Not today then. You mark everything as junk? I mean, I use junk the opposite direction. I use junk to mark things I want to keep. Because like if you do that, you have to go over, you have to hover over each one of them and click anyways, right? You're not actually saving any steps. Yeah, my wrists kill me all the time. I'm like constantly popping my fingers and like cracking my wrists and shit. I don't think you guys can hear it on the microphone, but I'm always doing that. I've done it recently, so they won't pop right now. A lock option would be sick. I feel like that would be such a nice quality of life feature. Like it's such a simple thing, but it makes such a big difference when it comes to like when you're on the grind. All those minutes you waste selling, all those clicks. Oh. See what I mean? I'm getting so many uniques. That's my like 5th unique today. We all know who it is.
I'm not ready yet.
That shitty fucking magnum opus.
Made it without you.
You're a saint.
I'm just gonna sell it for gold. That's all it's worth. Oh, look at this group.
Not ready.
Big. Try to bleed. Rend is doing a really good job of making enemies vulnerable. And I don't know why. Oh, God.
Just wait.
Ah, he's going to stop on the prisoner. You bastard. Like, I know directing causes your next core skill to make enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. I know that does that. Extends the duration of vulnerability, yes. But I don't actually have anything that should cause it to be doing it more than 1 attack in a row. Yeah, look, I just made them all vulnerable. Why? Tips for in-game settings: turn off screen shake, turn on advanced tooltip and advanced tooltip compare in the gameplay options. Those are huge. Also, if anyone can figure out why I'm making these guys vulnerable, that'd be good. Maybe I've got a passive on somewhere I don't know about. But the only one I know about that can make them passive is this one here, expose vulnerability. But it's only if you use a weapon mastery skill is it supposed to work. But like, I'm making people vulnerable just by hitting them. Maybe my bleeds can make people vulnerable? I don't know why. I can't get to the guy who's like protecting them all. Flay? I'm not using Flay. Well, I'm using it now, but I was proccing it with Rend. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh no, it was weird. Just it's happening sometimes. Like I expect it when I do Rend. Well, vulnerable. Not vulnerable. Not vulnerable.
Oh, bless you.
It says extended. It says extend by 2 seconds, right? It doesn't say it applies it. I don't have pressure point. No, that's why I'm confused. I don't have a single point in pressure point. Maybe it can extend it from one enemy onto the other, but that would be like such a weird... Like, that doesn't make sense. But like, look. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. I used Rupture like 8 attacks ago. Vulnerable. You know what I think it is? I think as long as there's an enemy that's vulnerable, I can extend it on another enemy. Does that make sense? Well, what does it say? When dealing direct damage... No, you have to do direct damage with the weapon. So it can only be... No, I don't have exploit. I don't have exploit. I have martial and I have disembowel. I don't have pressure point. I have exposed vulnerability, but the stipulation on exposed vulnerability is... Oh god, hang on. What a place to have to fight this fucking guy, eh? Alright, let's go, big man. You're about to get fucking whooped. Okay, maybe I'm about to get whooped. He's tanky, though. I got a kite in. I mean... Oh. Of unique. Now I got a matching set. I think what it is if an enemy is being made vulnerable, I can then extend the duration of that vulnerability on another enemy with Rend. Which doesn't make any sense. So if I make like that guy vulnerable and... Oh no, he... Oh man, it's not going to work if I don't have enough enemies around. I can test it pretty easily. If I make something vulnerable with this and then go cast it here. No? Oh, that didn't work. Okay. Well then I have no idea what the fuck it is. Unless Fields of Crimson counts as direct weapon damage. Oh, I think that might be it. I think Fields of Crimson's proc counts as direct weapon damage. Okay, because that made sense then. I was able to do it until the pool disappeared.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, no, someone did say that before. I'm just confirming. Don't worry, I'm not taking credit. That's why I tested it that way, because I saw that you said it. That's pretty good. It means that basically I don't need exploit. Unless, like, I want the vulnerability damage. Like, if I can do this, and I can exploit anything, like, with, that's really OP. That's really strong, actually. I don't have to take exploit. I don't have to take pressure point. I can just use my weapon. And that passive, that's pretty cool. It's guaranteed vulnerability. Oh, that's bad. This might be a death pool. I TP'd out. I don't know if I need to use Seething. Because honestly, my shit is like super strong for like Fury. By the time I get Bold Chieftains, I don't think I'll have any Fury issues whatsoever. I'll have to really think about it. Like, I actually don't need to take Exploit. Because I have this is way better than Exploit. Way better than Exploit. Like, in terms of the base... like, obviously, having, like, the 90% vulnerability damage. Or what does it give you? Like, 40% vulnerability damage is, like, insane. But maybe I can find something else I can use. Very interesting stuff. All that testing, and I ended up doing like the biggest ninja pool of my entire life, and I had like half the dungeon. I had to TP out. Oh god. That's a very inefficient run, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, for sure. Like if just we can't, let's math that out afterwards, boys, because I'm gonna get killed again.
I must wait.
But if Rend extends vulnerability by 2 seconds, then I just yeah, I mean the cooldown on this is only 4 seconds. You know what I mean? But the pool lasts for 5 seconds. 6 seconds. So I could keep the pool up permanently and continuously and endlessly keep a boss Oh, that's one dead.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, I think I can keep 100% vulnerability uptime. That's incredible. Oh, look at how many of them died to my bleeds while I was gone. There's like so much loot on the floor.
Please wait.
I think that's funny that like shit was dying even though I wasn't here.
Not ready yet.
Cool. I think we just discovered a tech.
I'm not.
We might not be the first, but we did it by ourselves, boys, and we can be proud of that. We'll have to have a look.
Not ready yet.
Like the one thing about the exploit glyph is we don't want to undervalue the vulnerable damage that it gives. Like that's still insane. Why is there so many elites in here, by the way?
Not ready yet.
See, like I'm still making enemies vulnerable, even though I haven't like this fight's been an absolute fucking mess. It's super easy to keep up. I was complaining about no elites in the last dungeon. Now I'm getting too many elites. We could get Blood Feeder, critical hit chance against bleeding enemies. That could be insane, actually. Blood Feeder could be massive. It increases damage to bleeding targets, which I'm not too sure on the scaling of that, but like having 5% increased chance to bleeding enemies is a big amount of crit. Exploit. So exploit 21%. Can't remember how much it goes up to, honestly. Might, 8% damage while wielding two-handed weapons. That's multiplicative. Actually, you're right. Might could be amazing. Especially if you put it in the right place and boost all the magic nodes around it. That could be pretty insane. Yeah, there's another... Oh, man. Like, we could do some pretty cool stuff, I think. I like how in one dungeon I got a matching pair of Ramalabamis, whatever the fuck they're called. I guess I can start running vulnerable damage then, boys. I need to try and find some basic. Got an extra point. Damage reduction from vulnerable enemies. Can actually get a pretty juicy amount of... Just take this damage reduction. Go up here, grab this as well. Pretty good shit. I have another one of those, don't I? Ooh. What music are we listening to? Yeah, I think we have some interesting like flexibility of what we could choose to do here. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what we can build.
Not
I can't wait until they change that though. Like the one thing that kind of makes the build look cool, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's unintended. So we'll be fixing that. Ouch. I literally walked into that. Did you see Twitch make Turbo? No ads on all streams, basically taking away the benefit of supporting the streamer with a sub. Hasn't Turbo's been around for a while, has it not? I've seen some other pretty shitty stuff. Like I saw the whole like forcing like creators to take sponsorships through Twitch. That was pretty fucking scammy. Yeah, no, I get staffs out the wazoo. I never got staffs before.
Not ready yet.
I can have 2 pools up at the same time. Do I get double the vulnerability then?
Not ready yet.
They just don't stop coming.
I must wait.
Hey Dylan, have I played Necro? I haven't actually played anything but Barbarian in the full release of the game. I couldn't share with you, but the only like nugget of commentary I can give you on that is that the Necromancer seems to be busted as fuck right now. I watched Rob like 2-shot Lilith, so that doesn't seem normal. Yeah, I think it's Bone Spear. Bone Spear Necromancer is like hitting for absolute ungodly numbers right now. And again, I think it's like one of those things that it's not necessarily supposed to work that way. This dungeon, like, it's shit. At the same time, it's like fucking giga scary. Everything summons a shit ton of poison. They run around. They fucking don't stand still. Oh, this is cursed.
Not ready yet.
Woo!
Not ready yet.
Keep them coming.
Not ready yet.
It was fucking sick. It just keeps spawning on the bleeding. Doesn't matter, you don't like it?
Not ready yet.
Hey, fuck that. I can't move. I'm stuck. I'm like body blocked inside them all.
Not ready yet.
Who's that? Some teleport motherfucker. Yeah, that was good fun. You're playing with Blight Necro minions, decent DPS, glass cannon. Glass cannon is scary, man. I wouldn't touch that with I wouldn't touch a glass cannon class with a 10-foot barge pole right now. I've died to the dumbest shit. Like, on my first couple of characters that I build like full tank all the time, but I'm playing hardcore, so I imagine if you're playing glass cannon, you're probably playing softcore. If not, you've got balls of titanium. We're going right past steel, going straight to titanium. But the Necromancer looks like a fun class. I want to get around to playing it at some point because I like pet builds. I think pet builds would be a lot of fun. Just to overgear like crazy and just basically just go AFK. We're doing pretty good, mate. Doing all right. We're doing a bit of leveling. Bit of build experimentation. Alright, what level are these? 57. So these are only 2 levels ahead of me, and this is a world tier 4. I'm stunned. Is that fucking thing not dead yet? The bleed is ticking for 10k. That is respectable. Want to see a build? I mean, whose build is it? Like, I'm pretty familiar with all of the content creators. Most of them. Woo! Okay, I'm so glad I feared this way. That could have been bad. But like right now, any build that I see, I will forget way before I have a chance to play it.
Not ready yet.
Oh, when I get, oh, make my own? I will make my own. Yeah, probably. I'll try. I tried to make my own upheaval build as well, and that didn't go too well. That was a big pile of stinky shit. Oh, bang! Just one shot the elite. Whoa! Trying not to get like too fucking blasted here. The one thing that we've learned today for everybody who's just like coming in, the weapon effect from Fields of Crimson, this blood pool on the floor, actually procs exposed vulnerability over and over and over and over again. It was respectable. I wish that was true. Oh man, I need to get some points in here then. Oh, I need some points in there, dude. Where can I get some points? It's a tough one, really. I kind of feel like I need this. At the same time, I feel like I can get away without it. Honestly. I'm actually not berserking at all. So what am I doing with points there? Like, hello? Like, what am I doing? No worries, Dylan. Thanks for popping in, mate. Have a good one. Best of luck with your build. Why did no one point out to me that I had like all these points in like Prolific Fury and like basically no way to keep a berserk up at all? Literally not using 4 talent points. Oh, we're doing more damage.
I must wait.
I shouldn't be here without shouts.
Not ready yet.
Fucking Medusa rival is impossible to dodge. Lovely. watch
My
him.
burden's too great.
So many staffs. Let's finish this dungeon. I'm like, I'm body blocked again. This is why I really want Ghost Walk. But aspect of the eluding is like way too valuable.
Not ready yet.
So I'm not too sure what to do there. Excuse me. That'll do. Fuck this dungeon. Stellar Pounder. That's what they call me. Nah. No excuses, guys. Sorry. This is on all of y'all. Like, I'm sat here doing my very bestest. Vulnerable, slowed. If I could roll crit onto this, it'd be an improvement. So let's go to the Olocolist. Nope. It's your fault, Min, now.
Not while I'm in
It's specifically your fault now. Sorry. It's because you're playing rogue. And you have a ginger mustache. That is the only reason. Yeah. Oh, one reroll. Son of a bitch. Is it better? No. Maybe. Vulnerable. Maybe. I don't think so. I'm not gonna waste like 1 mil gold rolling a fucking dumb shit item. Oh. Well, here you go. Limitless Rage, though. I don't think I'm really making good use of the Limitless Rage. Damage over time seems to be such a low number. Like, I don't understand, but it rolls, like, particularly low. One more reroll. Yikes. Vulnerable core, crowd controlled. As opposed to slow, close, core. Definitely an improvement, I think. Except from the super low roll. Do I have an extra limitless range though? To be honest, I don't fucking know. I don't. That's not good. It's kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you get it, it's good. But yeah, you'd rather do the base damage because that's what the bleed is based on. But it's like you know, that's why you go crit vulnerable strength. It's just one of those auxiliary stats that you can get to complement it. But I personally, yeah, I wouldn't recommend them. I wouldn't be going for them specifically. And yeah, we hit this, dude. Look at this fucking thing. So, item power 735. It's an ancestral. It's fucking absurd. I got this at level 52. Absolutely ridiculous. So we've been using that. And we're just trying to now get our gear into a better position because our gear's a bit of a mess. Like, in general still. I need boots. These boots may be an upgrade despite... Ah, man, I just can't hit no sacred boots. I think these boots are an upgrade. But they need to hit... they need to hit movement speed or something better than... shit. Which one do I want? Dex or willpower? What's lower? Dex is super low, so I'll hit some Dex up. No, I'll roll the willpower off, sorry. I love how these are like just crystals. There it is. That was a pretty good roll too. All right, well there's an upgrade. 2.6 fury cost reduction. Not exactly huge, but what do we want on these? Looting, right? And any of these rings good? Crit chance, fortify, lucky hit, damage just slowed. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like, I'd get 4 fury every time I crowd control an enemy, which would be all the time. And I wonder if max rank Umbral is better than because it's guaranteed as well. Bleeds are pretty sustainable into the higher. Like they're actually very consistent, I think, throughout. Really where they fall flat is on like speed running. That's kind of like their weak point. They don't do a very good job in speed running. 4 fury per crowd control. I guess it wouldn't work on a boss, and that's kind of the downside there, isn't it? But I don't have a limitless rage here to use. But like I said, I don't think I was using it too much, honestly. Conceited. There's nothing here that I can use that's of any use to me. It's probably not even worth doing. I think the weapon itself is an improvement enough that, I don't know, like, all things considered, probably not, right? Also, I'm going to regen my gear. Or what?
That's worth a coin or two.
Eluding. Looting.
Fair play.
That might be useful. We're gonna get rid of some of this. Yeah, I don't know. Probably it's not that big an upgrade that it would be worth not using Limitless Rage. Hey, Masker. There he is. Yeah, fuck it. I don't think it's worth it, actually. I didn't realize I didn't have the juice. So Asper's going to be transferred to another legendary. So there's 2 different types of imprinting or enchanting. There is the Codex of Power, which is the book that you saw here. I can use these an unlimited amount of times, but the ones that I can use are, they're finite. And also they're not very powerful because each legendary power can like roll within a certain range. So they're just good as a stopgap. However, if you extract a legendary power from a legendary item that you find in the world, you then get this one-time use item, which when it's on that item, it can no longer be moved anymore. And some of them are like very, very powerful, and I don't have access to that one, so I actually can't upgrade my piece of gear. Which is not an unusual situation, especially when you're leveling. It's not an unusual situation to find yourself in.
Like before. This isn't for the fort for Akarat. Surely you understand that.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I didn't take the fucking... Dude, I didn't take the fucking shit out of my gear. God damn it. Oh, I'm typing 6. Oh, yeah. Dude, this UI is so clunky and so shit. Like, you have to shift right click. If you shift left click, it opens chat for some reason. And then I expect to, like my intuition tells me to no raise cuts. My intuition tells me to type 6 immediately, but I actually have to click into the field and go to 6. And let's not even get started on the fact that you can't like increase stacks bigger than stacks of 20 when you're like moving stuff or downgrading or upgrading like materials. Oh, the fucking rage, boys. What's my crit chance? 21%. Yeah, higher would be better, but it's good. News for me. It's news for me. Alright. Where are we going now? Shit for ruins. This dungeon is poop, by the way. I think we'll get some pretty good damage now. 21. But I have 9% increased crit against CC'd enemies. So there's oh, hang on a ticket. Fucking expertise am I using, boys? Oh my god. I need to upgrade my axe expertise. Bro, I've been using the mace this whole time. Nice.
I need more time.
Right, I gotta keep my eye out for a really good axe that I can use during a Helltide. The Capstone thing, you can do it once Lilith is dead. Yes, you have to complete the campaign. I believe that's when it finishes. I forget. But yes, you have to finish the campaign in its fullest. And then you'll have a mission.
I'm not ready yet.
Called the Cathedral of Light, I think.
I'm not ready yet.
That was close. Let's get fortified real quick. So I'm doing this to get my fortify up, if anyone's wondering what I'm doing.
I must wait.
Did I sell my new boots? I'm an idiot. I enchanted them. I spent like a mil gold enchanting them, and then I sold them. What the fuck am I doing? Maybe they're still there. Hang on. At this point, Dan, you're at the point where you need to like probably just set yourself the goal of like killing. Oh, they're gone. Well, that was a good use of money. You need to probably set yourself like an end game goal, like hitting 100, killing Lilith, doing a tier 100, and then gearing for it. Otherwise, the answer to that is yes. You don't have like much to do besides those 2 things or 3 things. Sorry. However, Lilith is where'd he go? Lilith is an extremely challenging fight, and I think well worth like working toward. Like very few people have killed her, so it's quite a prestigious thing to do. But I would experiment with builds as well, see what you can come up with. And my fury regeneration is bad, and it's causing issues with my numbing wrath. Oh god.
I must wait.
I'm blind.
I must wait. I'm not ready yet.
Right, where's where I've actually got to go?
I must wait.
The bleed is pretty good though. It's like it hurts shit pretty bad.
I'm not ready yet.
Ah, I found it.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm almost at the point where like it can kill things. All I have to do is just rupture in a room and I can kill like most of the things around there. I just saw the joke. Very nice. Cursed Shrine. I didn't open no as cursed Shrine. What the hell is that on about? Go away. Probably a bit premature on the shouts. Ah, stunned. Didn't get lucky on the crits there, that's for sure. Wow, look at all that gear I got. Ooh,
Not while I'm in town.
kind of far away. Willie feels, you finally found my stream? What do you mean?
I can't do that here.
Oh shit! Yeah, I still have it in my description. You see,
I need
I kind of leave it in the description of the videos, right? Because you never know. But I started writing in like the top of the videos. I stream here on YouTube.
I need time to do that.
Yes, I should have started making that clearer sooner. I wasn't 100% sure where I would like be most of the time, but it seems like YouTube's the jam right here. It's not perfect, but we got our little thing going on here. I'm glad they helped, man. Should have a few more coming. I think we're going to be exploring this build that we're playing around with right now. We were like doing upheaval, but for now we've run into like a very powerful unique item early in the game, and we're kind of finding some pretty interesting interactions with it as well that we didn't like. At least I had no idea were in the game. Not got the gear yet, but we're still like doing pretty good damage. Can just loot now, they're dead. Yeah, I definitely want to realize this build a bit better and then talk about this vulnerability. Like, it's funny. Exploit. Vulnerability exploit. Secret tech. Though I'm sure somebody's discovered this somewhere. Another staff. Just finished a campaign, level 51 and leveled 1 to 20 Rend and 20 to 30 and then went to Hota. Oh, so you're really going through the motions there. That's what I would honestly recommend to people. I mean, like, the videos are great, but to make a video explaining like every single little like nuanced thing a barbarian can do to make their leveling like good, it would be like an hour. Hey, Darian. And I'm not very good at like super long videos, you know. 15 minutes maybe topping out. But I don't think many people would want to watch it. But when people come into the stream, I always like say, try things out, because like for me, I find that when you're leveling the barbarian, like the fastest thing to do is like the most goofy. It's like 1 to 8 upheaval, 8 to 25 like Rend, 25 to like 35 bleed Whirlwind, 35 to like 45 Hammer of the Ancients. Then depending on your gear, like you go over like Whirlwind or Rend, like, and then you alternate between, oh, maybe you get a unique, oh, okay, now you have to play Rend, or now you can play Hammer of the Ancients, upheaval, you know. The long form content's definitely my bread and butter. I do this like in between because most of my content requires me to play the game a lot, right? So it's just 2 birds, 1 stone. What do I got to do here? Search the laboratory. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. But I'm going to try my best to like keep getting better with the videos as well. Like, I want to keep my explanations concise. Like, it would be all too easy for me to like waffle on for like, you know, 20, 30 minutes. I feel like breaking down the components into like, you know, the topic matter and being concise and staying on it. And building out like a big library of videos that people can kind of like learn from, depending what they need. It's not like, I think like the thing with the really long videos is it's probably not that many people that need to know everything. Like, you know, most people when they're searching for a guide, they more or less know what they're looking for. There are people that do. I'm not saying that no people don't, but like, for example, my guide on how to increase fury, that's like one of my most popular guides, because everyone who's played barbarian for like 5 minutes is like the first thing they want to know. But if I had to explain that in every build video would be 8 minutes longer than it already is. Yeah, well, I mean, I never watched it. You know, I've said this about a million times, but I've not even watched a YouTube live stream yet. I've not seen one, mate. I probably should. I want to see like who my fellow like content creators are, but the one or two times I have looked, it's mostly people that I wouldn't be able to communicate with because they're like Japanese, they're Korean, or I think I want to say Spanish is the other language I see. I can't speak it. I don't recognize it, but I think like that's another popular language on YouTube live stream. So it's very hard to find anyone I can actually watch. And so I actually end up on Twitch most of the time. I'm a backstabber. I'm a fucking two-faced streamer. Oh, that's the thing, Neil. That's the thing. We found something. We found something really OP with this build. I'll show you it. Let me just kill these enemies, get safe, because this is actually really OP. Okay, so here's a secret tech for everybody in chat. This is a Dalkora special, okay? Exposed vulnerability. Dealing direct damage with a weapon mastery skill causes the next core skill to make enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. So we use Rupture because it's a mastery skill, and our next attack will make enemies vulnerable. Now, what's very interesting about this is if you're using Fields of Crimson, while using this weapon, damaging at least one enemy with Rupture creates a blood pool that inflicts damage over 6 seconds. Now, that actually procs exposed vulnerability over and over and over and over and over again. Every time it ticks, it procs it. So for 6 seconds, I have 100% chance to make enemies vulnerable. Now, the cool thing about that is it has a 4-second cooldown. This means I have unlimited guaranteed vulnerability. Fucking OP, boys. So that's pretty sick.
I'm not ready yet.
And now all we have to do is actually get some vulnerability damage on our weaponry, and we're going to be pumping. That may be nerfed, yeah? There's a chance. It's one of those things where I don't think the weapon effect is supposed to be treated as direct weapon damage, because it's an effect, right? It's not the physical damage of the weapon. But again, maybe it's intentional. I don't know. All I know is that it's very interesting to have 100% uptime on vulnerability without having to have anything spec'd into it, except from, well, exposed vulnerability, I suppose. But I don't have to take exploit. I don't have to take pressure point or anything. I just have this guaranteed. I'm quite happy with this discovery. And I'm proud of myself for noticing as well. Like when I was in that dungeon, I was like, what the fuck is that? Where am I getting all of this from? I'm not helping you get out of here, sorry. Wait, did the offense start? Am I out of rage? I'm frozen. I'm not doing that event. The tinfoil hats came out for that one. They certainly did. I might have missed a question or two there. I'll come back around and I'll catch anything I missed, by the way, boys. I'm not trying to ignore you. Just hardcore, you know. The big messages are hard for me. My little fucking smooth rodent brain can't keep up with more than 1 or 2 words at a time. This is a lot of enemies. I think I'm going to want to sit on my cooldown for a minute. Bye. Man, my bleed is like ticking for 20k. Hey, look who it is. Look who it is. Best unique in the game. What'd I miss? Tim the Tapman switched? Yes, he did. I think he got a contract here. He came not too long after Dr. Disrespect. I actually very much like those two content creators. It's just I'm not a big COD fan. But I do enjoy watching them. They're very entertaining. Ah, Darren, you play Thorns. Thorns is a very fun build, I think. It looks funny. It looks kind of goofy. It's hilarious to watch people PvP with it. You gotta go to gaming min. So like if you look on the bar on the left, I'll show you. Make sure nothing weird's gonna come up. All right. So it's here. Oh, Jesus Christ. So it's here. You go down and you go to gaming. And then it's here. This is it. This is it. And then you go fuel. Oh, and by the way, if you search in here, it does a regular YouTube search. It doesn't search. This really bugs me. If you want to find Diablo 4, if you write it in here, right? What ends up happening is you end up just getting the regular YouTube search. And so you have to scroll down and try and find your game. And then like, okay, you find your game. And then of course, if you go worldwide, Korean, I have to assume this is Japanese. The Lazy Peon's a YouTube streamer. I didn't realize. Oh, that's cool. Korean. That's Japanese. Maybe that's Chinese then? Japanese. Russian? Korean? Yeah, like, oh my god, it's owned by Koreans. it's absolutely owned by the Koreans. They are absolutely love this. S&D? But yeah, that's how. It's not very intuitive. It's pretty frustrating to use. Yeah, I struggle between like hiragana, katakana, and kanji, and then Cantonese. Like sometimes they look the same to me, but I can read Korean, so I can notice Korean straight away. I live in Korea, so makes sense, right? This is really weird. I don't know, like... Is this my search history? I think these are my videos. I didn't think I looked at that many guides. I was like, I'm more the person making them. What the fuck is going on? I just noticed that when I was showing you guys. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. How come I'm like, my whole search history is just fucking guides? I think it's recommended, isn't it? Best guides for beta. Diablo 4 best builds for beta. Fucking hell, man. I must not never write in this. Best build for Bard. But like YouTube is not very good for that kind of discoverability. I think more often than not. Oh, the lo-fi? Let me link it for you, mate. Oh, critical damage, mate. I tried Uber Lilith. I got slapped. She beat the fucking stink out of me, mate. I got my ass whooped. I got my ass absolutely whooped. Alright, let's line up the next dungeon. Yeah, it sucks, but you know, we're leveling up again. We're trying a new build. We're actually learning a lot with the Rend Barbarian here, so I'm having a bit of fun, I ain't gonna lie. It's so far so good, you know? Oh, we could actually do... That's actually big. Cause like this is like over double the amount of fury generated. I need that. Crit vulnerable. 662. I need to actually, like, no meme, I need to get my axe up. Crit vulnerable. This might be pretty good. Minus 444. I need this. I'm gonna go level my axe expertise up somewhere in a minute. Because that needs to go up. Oh yeah, I can't use that. Let's see. Basic core. Oh, that's a mace. Crowd control, stunned. Crowd control ultimate. No. Crit damage, max life. I'll roll that ring once or twice. Cooldown reduction, damage. Okay, nothing else is any good. Oh, damn. I didn't... Oh, hang on. I'm just checking I didn't miss anything there. So question, I haven't been on D4 in the last couple of days. Has there been any nerfs? They're fixing the bug with Hammer of the Ancients that made it really powerful. Do you know Germany after World War One barbs were nerfed equally? Wait, what? I must have missed the context for that one. It used, yeah, unless you're playing this build, Neil. You know, because I have the unique. I'm using gushing wounds because, like, really not that much damage is like Rend's damage is like doubled either way, right? Like critting your bleeds critting is just as good as them doing double. It's actually better than them doing double damage, I think. If you think about it, like your crit, like critting is like a 2.8 modifier, whereas like Unbridled Rage is like 1.4. So I'm assuming like if your crit damage is high, gushing wounds is better. And the Geneva Convention standardized barbarian weaponry, so nobody had an unfair advantage. Barbarian? There's barbarians in World War One. Was there? The reason you use a slashing weapon is because you need it to activate the passive here. Furious Whirlwind, while using a slashing weapon, also inflict 40% of its base damage as bleed. So you have to use a slash. That's the main reason. If you're running Bleed Whirlwind, which is like the easier to gear for, but like still very, very powerful build. When I say easy to build, I'm not saying it's bad, right? But it's like easier to gear for. And you want to make sure you're using that so you can actually apply bleed. Not slower weapon. If you're playing like we're kind of getting into the weeds here. You can use the slower weapon. Like your slashing weapon's the two-hander. These are one-handed. These aren't slashing. This is slashing. So it is a slow weapon, but if you want to play the mace build, that's a different build from what you're talking about. Crit chance, first roll, easy peasy. Yeah, just like that. Told you. Max rolled it, you know, like I mean, you just... If you're going to roll it, you might as well max roll it. Why even bother if you're not going to do that? Which one do I want? I'm going to try Aspect of the Umbral. Oh man, what happened to my... Okay, no, I'm not. I guess I just disenchanted the 4. Slacking. I want slacking. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. You just decide what you want and you roll it. First try. You know, all this cockiness coming from the guy who re-rolled an amulet at level 100 for 200 mil and then still didn't get the stat he wanted.
I'm the only merchant with jewels like these.
Oh, really? Let's see, I saw a merchant in Kyoto Shadow who had exactly the same jewels. Make it a fucking... I don't think it's that good. It needs... Actually, you can't get resource regen on these rings. So, like, this is probably as good as a ring gets in this tier. Same with this one, to be honest. Actually, no, this one could be better. So this one isn't worth it, I don't think.
Good business. Good business.
Yeah, good business. You take that out of there. Pretty happy with that, boys. Pretty happy with that. I don't often come up with good ones, Judgmental. Don't steal them. People will think I'm copying you. Because I'm just going to use them all day now. Alright. Let's see. What am I doing? Ancient Lament. Can suck it. Witch Water Nightmare. I haven't done this one in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think it's a zombie one. I'm asking a question a bit messy. Why does Maxwell Page think higher DPS per second is the most important thing in two-handed slashing weapon for Whirlwind? Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. So the weapon damage itself, right? The damage per second. The reason it's so powerful, the reason it's so important, is that everything that scales your damage is based off of that. So all of your crit multipliers, your vulnerable multipliers, your fucking close damage, your core damage, everything is based off of your weapon DPS. So it's very, very important that your weapon DPS is like very, very high. So the weapon DPS and item power are like basically tied together, right? The higher the item power, the higher the weapon DPS. However, you do kind of have to make a judgment call every now and then. Sometimes the weapon DPS will be kind of a little bit better, but the stats will be worse. And it's not always worth going for a tiny bit of an upgrade on the weapon DPS if the stats are dog shit. However, there is no perfect answer. There is no mathematics applied here. You kind of have to make a judgment call and go, okay, you know, maybe losing 50% crit damage isn't worth an extra 75 weapon DPS. But maybe it's worth losing 50% crit damage or 250 weapon DPS. But I don't think anybody could actually give you that answer without like sitting down with a fucking calculator and a spreadsheet.
Not ready yet.
And if you have the luxury, I would just recommend literally taking both weapons into a dungeon and swapping between them and just trying to eyeball it. That's probably what I'd recommend, mate. Ow. Oh, what the fuck? Ow. Oh, dude, that really hurt. I itched my nose and it felt like a piece of glass just went into it. What the fuck? Yeah, it really hurt. I think I might cry. Ooh, motherfucker. What is the next enchant cost after 200 mil? Oh no, I just spent 200 mil on it. So, the necklace was like re-rolling for like 20 mil. By the time I But yeah, by the time I just got the replacement, like I spent so much gold and so much time re-rolling it, I found a best in slot replacement first. Pretty good stuff. What's my crit now? I got 22% plus 9%, 31%. I wish I had a little bit more.
Not ready yet.
I'm fucking... I didn't put that new numbing wrath on my helmet, did I?
Wouldn't have made it without you.
Tomorrow's going to be an exciting day because tomorrow I'll get access to Bold Chieftains and Rage of Harrogath at like level 62 and 66. I'm pretty confident I'll hit both of those tomorrow. But I'm not too sure about Rage of Harrogath. Like, it's only cooldown reduction when hitting elites.
Not ready yet.
But then again, champions count as elites, so maybe it won't be too bad.
You saved my life.
I'm looking forward to what the seasons introduce as well. This is just the vanilla, you know. This is the original flavor. We got the chocolate sprinkles and the rainbow sprinkles, the caramel sauce and the nuts, the ground nuts, the chopped nuts, the flake, the 99 flake.
Not ready yet.
Oh my god, that was a big fucking Rend right there, baby. Oh shit, blowing up. That's a lot of nuts. Oh shit. Can't do it. Yeah, buddy. Good thing it wasn't cursed. I would have been in deep shit.
Must wait.
Oh my god. Yeah, my cooldowns are a little bit rough. It seems like you can actually avoid that Medusa Eye stun by looking away. So it's like practically impossible to see it coming out. I guess it... Yeah, I didn't get stunned there. I don't know if that was just like... coincidence? Coinky dink? Or if I'm actually onto something there. Oh shit, you died to a DC? That's fucked. Sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. That's the worst fucking kind of death. Dishonorable death. Wait, no, that sounds like bad. That means... That sounds like you did something wrong. Undeserved death. Alright, kind of waiting for my shouts to come up. Oh shit, the elites aren't here. Fuck. Oh my god.
I must wait.
I'm just swinging at thin air.
I'm not ready yet.
Really wants to get hit with the fucking Rend? No, you got it. This is confusing. What the hell is the eyeball thing?
I must wait.
Ooh. I'm just going for it. Oh shit, this might be a bit spicy. There seems to be a champion in here somewhere. There it is. I saw the stuns coming, bitch. I didn't see that one coming. I'm looking forward to getting rid of my basic attacks. Bold Chieftains, I think, will be enough to get rid of them. Bold Chieftain as well as Disembowel. Plus, like, having pretty decent cooldown reduction on my gear. I'm ready, man.
I must wait.
Fuck, I messed up again. I gotta stop shouting before I've done my Rupture. Because the animation of the Rupture takes like a second and it actually eats up like half the fucking shout's durations. Nailed it. I died in Nightmare Tier 8 with Lightning Strikes, stand in the bubble and don't die. Lightning Storm, that's a fucker, that one. I don't do it. I don't do it because I don't like having to run backwards. Like, it's not hard. Like, generally, there are situations like where it can really fuck you. It's quite rare, but I just don't like it because it's boring as fuck to walk backwards and stand in a bubble for 5 seconds. You just stood there, waiting for the fucking timer. How do I get sigils? That, unfortunately, Genesis, that is how you get them. It's just, it's not a 100% chance drop rate. So sometimes you may end up having to do like 5. It's kind of annoying. I wish I had a better answer for you, but that is how you get them. The game just doesn't like you particularly well, I guess. Vulnerable, core, and bleeding. I wouldn't mind a 4 stat one. Oh, hello. Crit, core, close. It's super low item level, but if we can roll vulnerable on that, we might actually have ourselves an upgrade there. I'm not gonna go like hog wild on it, but I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can upgrade it. I'm going to give it 1 reroll.
First Carlo, now Leah. There's something out there killing us and no one will do anything.
One more. One more. Okay, no. I'm running out of gold. I'm gonna have to start reserving rerolls for like good gear.
I'll see you again.
Good enough for me.
Right. Oh, 56. I should go get my axe up really. Gonna go farm a shit ton of enemies over here. Okay. Go get me axe. I'm not gonna do an event. He's gonna hit shit. What's that on my axe? Oh, it's a skull.
I must wait.
Where am I trying to go? Some iron
Not
chunks. I'm not exactly what it is that actually upgrades your axe. Is it the damage you do? Or is it the number of attacks, I wonder?
Not ready yet.
Because I'm doing quite a lot of attacks. Oh, do I need to actually like get a half decent axe in order to do this? Is it going to take a while? Is it the number of enemies you kill? Almost level 5. I don't really want to fight elites. Yeah, Nick, it's kind of depressing just how much better it is just to do regular dungeons. Like, I'm doing it because I just feel like it's more interesting for me and it's more interesting for you. But honestly, yeah, if I wanted to like truly power level, I would just go and immediately start grinding Aldir's Cave on repeat. And I'd probably be much higher level than I am now, honestly. Interesting. Oh, I got it. I think that fucking exploit thing is still actually happening. Level 5 in a bit now. Yeah, you know what? I think that thing is still happening.
I must wait.
Where I can like get multiple. If I run over here, yeah, I'm making them vulnerable. I even made these guys vulnerable. Wait, what the fuck's wrong with Rupture then? Maybe Rupture's just busted all by itself. Maybe it's counting the bleed from the Rupture? They fixed Hoda, or did the hotfix go through finally? I was bound to happen, mate. Rip Hoda. Gone but not forgotten. Glyph levels are so important, but the amount of XP you get from doing them, trying to glyphs, just if you wait until like tier 4, it's like takes no time whatsoever. You just do them in tier 4. Just fly through them. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm farming weapon XP on like a not so ideal axe. So I don't know if I should go into a dungeon like this or not. Hey, welcome back, Super. Good to see you again, mate.
Ready yet.
Yeah, that's weird, right, Nick? I don't know why. I don't know if it's like... It could be something along the lines of it counting the bleed as direct weapon damage. Because like, if I wait for the bleed to wear out... I can still do it. It seems to be time gated because, like, if it was the number of attacks, it would still be working now. But, like, if I do this, I wait 1, 2, 3. Vulnerable. 1, 2, 3. Vulnerable. Okay, maybe it's like... Oh, maybe it is the attacks. It's fucking weird. How about this guy? Not vulnerable. 2 attacks then? Let's just run around for a second. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. 2 attacks. Seems like it's the next 2 attacks. That can't be right then. I'm leveling in Nightmare Dungeons, yeah. Like, what if I wait for ages? They were vulnerable.
We came here to purge this evil.
That was 1 attack. Now let's see if the next attack makes them vulnerable.
My friends here. Not like this. We can't do it alone.
We'll figure it out. No. But vulnerable, vulnerable, vulnerable. I got 3 attacks out of that over like a 5-second, 6-second period. Vulnerable. Oh. Vulnerable. I got 3. Maybe it is time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 attacks that time. It's time gated. I got 5 attacks, so like it's definitely time gated to some degree. I have to imagine it must be the bleed that you get from the explosion that's causing that to happen. That's my guess. The bleed lasts for 5 seconds. That seems about right, wouldn't you say? It seems to be about 5 seconds. F1, 2, 3. I don't have... Oh. That was like right on the button there. And now it's gone. To be honest, man, I think I'll probably tie a knot in it in just a second.
I'm not ready.
I wanted to try and figure that out, and I think I'm pretty happy with it being the actual bleed from Rupture's explosion that's causing that. A good way to test this is actually the spec out of it. So like now, it probably won't work. First one's vulnerable. Second one's not. There you go. It's the bleed. Figured it out. We big brained it. I figured it out. We figured it out. Together forever, team. Right. Yeah. Gonna tie a knot in the old stream. It's just gone past midnight here for me today, boys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleepy poos. Whew. Tomorrow, 60 plus. And we're probably going to be getting some pretty juicy gear, I think. We got the Harrogavs ready to go. We got the Bold Chieftains ready to go. It's going to be a good day. We're going to have lots of power spikes tomorrow. But for tonight, This is me. Thanks for hanging out. It was nice meeting all the new people that came in today. Don't forget that we do have a Discord. I'm in there. Anytime I'm not on stream, I am there. And you can always reach out to me, ask questions in the channels and all that kind of stuff. So what's proccing fun? It was the bleed from this enhanced rupture bleed. The 5-second bleed was what was ticking over. But yeah, boys, it was a blast. Had fun as always. Looking forward to seeing you again. Short stream tomorrow, probably just a short one, but we'll be doing a stream tomorrow. Right, cool. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you then. Peace.